Good morning and a very warm welcome to all of our seekers this morning. As you may be aware, we are having 3 sessions every day, like this on the same YouTube channel and Zoom link. One in the morning at 8 a.m., one in the afternoon at 4:15, and one in the evening at 7:45 p.m. And all of these sessions are for new seekers to learn more about Sahaja Yoga, just the basics of what it is, what to expect. And of course, we go for the meditation session as well, um, where we experience what we talk about. And at the end, if you have any questions, you can come and on the Zoom link, you can come and speak with us, or in the YouTube chat, you can leave your questions and we try to answer them. So all these sessions, all three every day are in Hindi. Only on Sunday morning, we have one session in English for seekers who requested to understand in English language. So today, those who do not understand English, I apologize and request you to attend any of the other sessions. The recordings are also all available on the YouTube channel for the same. Apart from these three, we have one more session every day at 5:30 p.m. for seekers who have now understood the basics and vibrations and want to go deeper into meditation and learn more. They can do that by joining the 5:30 p.m. session as well. So what we'll do today is just go through some slides because today's session is also geared towards the young people. And we all realize today that the young need to come to something like this much more than the elder generation. The kind of stress and the kind of lifestyle and the environment that is built around the young people today is just uh, it's not a great place to be in, and they must come to something like this, which would give them some relief from all of this madness all around. So we thought of planning it for them, and that's how these sessions are a little bit talking about how the young are struggling today. But to be completely honest, it stands true for all of us. We all go through the same emotions in life, and can come to the same conclusions as we talk about in the session going forward. So Sahaj Yoga meditation. What is it that we're talking about here? Just from a because we for doing anything, we want to know what is the value proposition of something, right? So first is de-stressing yourself. I think stress is the biggest pain point today. Everybody wants to talk about it and solve for it, and it's one of the biggest talking points. Bringing yourself into balance and a total well-being. So you're not just saying it's mental well-being, physical well-being, or some other aspect of your life. It's a complete well-being through Sahaja. Now, how can total well-being happen? Let's say you have a tree, you want to treat it. So you go to the roots of the tree and you completely transform it from the within. That is how we also can be made better. And that is what is the method of Sahaja Yoga, through which we change something inside, something changes, something uh, makes us better. So, as we said, we were going to focus a little bit about how the young people are struggling today. So, one of the easiest things to agree upon is that they face huge amount of competition. It's a very, very aggressive environment all around. And in their teenagers and 20s, it's a mad race, mad world out there, and they just are all the time struggling to prove themselves in every aspect of their life, not just education and career, but others too. It's uh, it's a constantly worrying sort of mind. Of course, career, admission, where which college will I go, and all of that, and then I have to succeed, I have to get the right jobs, and then I have to get promotions, and then to have wealth, and just it just goes on and on. And competition, what my peers are doing, what my family thinks of me, what my relatives and their neighbors think of me, and all of that. And all of this while people are actually working very hard. It's not that they're not working. And with all of this worrying and stress and all of this working hard to achieve things, it's a complete hodgepodge of money. There's no relaxation to it, and there's no peace with it. Of course, when you're all the time thinking, you are not attentive, you lack in memory, you live in a stressful environment. And such people become impatient, irritable, and restless. And that's how the older people sometimes think, what's with this Gen Z or the younger ones? Why they just don't understand what I'm talking about? Because there's a big gap in between, and all of these thoughts and worries, uh, they're all the time shouting everything that the young person is. And they find this gap, the older generation are not able to understand because of this. I guess this slide does not do justice to what stress does to us today, as we know. Um, you go to the doctors with anything small and they will tell you, oh, it's stress, it's the lifestyle that you have. Just change it, bring about something better in your life, relax a bit. Even they talk about meditation these days. So, um, physically, it affects us. It's not just a mental thing that because of which we may not be living happily. It's something that affects us physically, as in all of these diseases that we talked about, even diabetes and hypertension, constipation, migraine, and many others that are not listed here. They all have the root cause as the stress and the overthinking and the planning and ambition and all of that that builds into us. If you so it because it is a holistic thing and you have to understand yourself as a holistic thing. So everything has a cause and effect. And the effects are spread across various organs too, in a way. Um, of course, loss of sleep and anxiety and all of this comes because of stress. More worrying things that people take too are smoking, drinking, and drugs, which is definitely something of a huge amount of worry for us. This is not what we plan for our next generation, and we must do something about it. Most people take to these things because they want to escape from the stress of the life, or this constant proving, or this mad thinking that we all the time do. And that is why they say, work hard and party harder. I mean, don't work that hard that you have to party so hard that you lose yourself completely out of after it. So all of this has come from this environment that is getting built around. And one has to prove themselves as people who comply with that, with their peers. And in doing so, they take to such things also. And definitely there is a need to get out of it. Young people today, school going kids, are talking about depressions. And that is, again, a very, very worrying symptom of the lifestyle that we are getting into. Something must be done here. And as a society, we must think about what we are giving to our young people. If all of this advancements and AI and just name it, whatever we're doing, we've achieved so much, and the result is this, then there's definitely something that needs to be thought of. There, that advancement has not gone into balance and has gone into some extremes, which is giving us all of these problems for sure. So we are told that to stop stressing, to start living your life. But the question remains how? It's easier said than done. How do I stop stressing? Because somebody just comes and guides us, oh, it's okay, whatever you achieved in life is fine. And just be happy with it. Maybe temporarily, maybe we might be okay, I'll be happy with what I have. But as soon as you step out, you see something, speak to someone, you again get into that same mind. And you again start stressing and thinking and planning, and oh, I must have this, I must have that. That starts again. So it doesn't help. There are other things that people take, which are shown in the left. Sometimes exercise also gives you a relief because you focus on the physical activity and you stop thinking for a while. But again, it's an imbalance because in Sahaja Yoga, we understand that we use the right channel, the Pingla Nadi, for our thinking and planning and ambition and all of that. And we overuse it when we are thinking too much already and stressing. And the same channel is for our physical activities as well. So when we exercise too much, again, that channel goes into imbalance. And we've heard of very successful CEOs and people with great diet and fit life, working in the gyms, getting heart attacks, because that extreme comes into play. Musical art forms and all of that, classical, Indian classical, especially Indian classical art forms come from a place which are derived by realized people, and they know what can have a positive effect on our chakras and nerves. So that does have a good effect on us, but again, it's a temporary thing. The permanent solution is through meditation. And that is why people have been talking about it for a while now. Many people from various countries come to our great country of yoga to find out about it. Unfortunately, people don't know what this meditation is. So many people come to Sahaja Yoga and they say, "Oh, yes, we meditate and we often practice, but it just doesn't work. Many people accept it. I can't meditate." So when we ask, "What do you do in meditation?" the answer is often very vague. It's about maybe concentrating somewhere or here, or maybe chanting some mantras, or some light to look upon, or some breathing exercises. All of this is not meditation. Anything that you do physically outside is not meditation, because meditation takes you beyond your mind. That is how you get this thoughtless awareness, and you get free from the stress and thinking. So meditation is a state that you are in, and you don't actually do anything in that particular state. This itself is a concept that becomes very difficult for us. Then the question comes, what do we do then for meditation? How do I meditate? We'll come to all of that. But first, we need to know what is not meditation. So, for example, breathing exercises, asanas, all of this has been taken into being yoga. Yoga was very well described by Patanjali many years ago. He wrote his book where he described all the chakras, nadis, kundalini, and he gave 8 parts to yoga, Ashtang yoga, he says. And he puts yam, niyam, pranayam, pratyahar, and so forth. And the most important at the end is Ishwar Pranidhan. So first Ishwar Pranidhan should actually happen, then all of this makes sense. So all of this includes pranayama as well. And 1/8 of 1/8 was yoga asana as well. So asana was done to keep ourselves all right physically. So all of these things in the olden times were done to keep ourselves all right physically, mentally, emotionally, and let go of all our habits and make yourself completely all right. And then at the end, the guru would decide for one of his disciples to give them self-realization. And that is how all these things were described as yoga. We have taken to asana or pranayama as the things that we can do um, as yoga, whereas they're not. So that is how the one guru, one shishya parampara was there. Now, we said meditation is a state and it's of thoughtless awareness. So, what thoughts do we have generally? Let's see. We have 2 types of thoughts. Either sitting down here listening to the session, you would be thinking, oh, I should have done this yesterday. Or last year I couldn't achieve this, I should have done that. Or my forefathers did this, or history of humanity, there's no end to what we can think back. Similarly, in the future, tomorrow I'll do this, then I'll go there, or I have to achieve this. So it's either present or it's either past or the future, never the present. And we are always jumping from the cusp of thoughts from one to the other. And we keep shifting on the thoughts. We don't even realize that one thought has ended and another has started. Actually, it's a never ending process. 24/7, we are thinking, thinking, thinking. So the respite comes through this thoughtless awareness, where we get this peace of mind and we are in the present. We can think if we want, we can do whatever we want, but we are not bound by these thoughts. We get out of it. And that is state of meditation. Now, we talked of an analogy with a tree initially. That stands really true. So when we are in this silence, when we are in this thoughtless awareness, that is the only way for us to grow in our awareness. Like a tree would grow only if the earth is not shaking. There's a constant earth shake. cannot grow. Similarly for us. So, what is this growth of awareness that we talk? Now, this is a vague terminology. We are talking about stress and getting out of it, and all of a sudden, we're talking about awareness and all. As human beings, we have evolved quite a lot. Earlier, we evolved from animal stage up to human stage across I don't know how many thousands and thousands of years. But now, as human beings, also we have evolved a lot. We know so much collectively what is right, what is wrong. We have art, science, philosophy, and you name it. And we've come up to quite a bit of a stage. But even now, if you look at it, we are not there yet. You pick up any day's newspaper and you wonder, how come we can do all of this? If we are the epitome of God's creation and such high beings who are capable of so much good, how can we do so much bad as well? Because we have not yet gotten the last step of our evolution. We have not achieved it yet. And once we achieve that, we become how God planned us for to be. Once sometimes people think that God has just left us like this and we have to, take care of our own and all of this madness, we have to, make way and just survive and do good and all of that. Not true. God has created everything beautifully inside us. And we just need to take that last leap, that last jump to achieve the self that we are meant to do. And once people achieve that, we can become a very beautiful society and really be what we are meant to be. So that growth and evolution is all in our awareness. It's nothing outside, nothing physically that we have to evolve into, but in our awareness. And that happens through self realization. Now, what is self realization? We'll come to it very soon. But the word Sahaj Yoga, let's briefly just talk about it. Why the connotation? So, Sahaj means something simple, as we know it. Sahaj, it happens simply because it is so innate that it happens automatically, spontaneously. For example, the sprouting of a seed into a sapling. You don't know how it happens. It just happens. It breaks through the Mother Earth and it comes out. The Mother Earth has the quality and the seed has the quality to make this happen. The flower becoming a fruit is a spontaneous thing. Our breathing, digestion, everything is spontaneous, happens automatically. That is how our yoga means the union with the divine. Yoga literally means that the union with the divine is also a spontaneous process. It happens on its own with a catalyst for sure, but you don't do anything about it. So the word yoga means connecting with the divine. That is all around. We have never really known and felt divine. So that yoga is self-realization. That is what it is. There's many words to the same thing. And many people say many roads lead to the same goal and all of that. It's not true. It's just this one thing that needs to be achieved. It's to be achieved in the name of spirituality, in the name of religion, everything. This is what has been talked about in all of the religions through different ways, different words of understanding of different cultures. The incarnations try to explain, but it's the same thing everywhere of being twice born of and becoming a peer and um, Atma Sakshatkar, and you name it, becoming a Buddha, all of that is the same. Everybody has talked of achieving the self and the self realization. And that is the goal, actually, of our human life. Today, we don't realize why are we doing all of this mad race. What is it that will give me happiness and joy? We think that getting into a good job will give me the happiness and my life will be set. Okay. Then we get into it and then we are unsatisfied and unhappy. Then we think that getting a home, a house will give me that, or achieving something else, or getting a higher paying job, or settling abroad, something like that people have in mind. Because we are searching for something that will give us the pure joy and bliss. None of this gives us that. All of this is necessary. I'm not saying we leave aside the worldly things, but they don't give us the joy and happiness that we're really on the lookout for. This conclusion people often come to in later stages of life, and that is why many of the younger people we think that all of this meditation and all is for people, after 60s and all. But that is not true. Even now, we are searching for that happiness and joy. And that doesn't come from all of these things. It comes from something that happens within. And that happening, that miraculous happening, happens very easily through Sahaj Yoga, because it's Sahaj. And how it happens, we'll briefly talk about it, just a few minutes more on our internal subtle system, because this will help us understand when we go in meditation what really happens inside and what to expect. The biggest problem today is that many people have started talking about meditation and all of these things that are so vague that we can't even capture them. And we can't really understand if this is right or wrong, if this is really true. So let us see what one should expect from something like this that happens inside. How it will happen is also something that we'll talk about soon. Because many times you have a question that how can something so great happen to me? But we are like people living in an island that has never seen any technology. And you take a television to them and you say that this black screen will show you everything across the world. And they will tell you, kidding, like, that's not possible. But as soon as you put it into the mains, considering there is a mains there, it will start and people can see. Similar is the case for us. We just need to be connected with the divine and then we know what we truly are. Up until now, we feel that such things cannot happen to me. Oh, I've done so much wrong and all of that. People have many things in their minds. But if God has made us, He definitely has a plan for us to become the higher self. And He has done all of this preparation inside. Nothing else needs to be done. Just need to be connected with the divine. So when we were in our mother's womb, 2.5 months or so, when it is said that life now has come into the fetus, that is when actually the God's power, whatever name you call it by, in whichever religion you follow, that power entered through us from the top of the brain here. Here is called as the fontanelle bone area. It's a fountain shaped little bit comes up. But in kids, if very small infants, if you have ever noticed, it's a very soft spot, even pulsate at it at times, because this is the place of the entry of the power inside us. And it enters, and our brain is sort of a prism shaped entity forming up, and it refracts into three parts the light. One coming from the right goes to the left, which is shown in the blue color here. It takes care of our sympathetic nervous system on the left hand side. It's called as the Ida Nadi or the moon channel. The channel of our desires, our emotions, everything comes from here. The channel of our past. So desires, emotions, past, and all of that is stored here. One coming from the left goes to the right is shown in yellow. It's called as the Pingla Nadi or the sun channel. The channel of our action, physical action, mental action, all of our thinking, planning, ambition, everything that we do physically also is done from this channel. So it takes care of a sympathetic on the right hand side. So our complete sympathetic nervous system is taken care of. These chakras and nadis are in the subtle. We don't see them with our eyes. They are the powers behind. In the gross, they are manifested differently. The power coming from the center creates another channel in between, which is the channel of our present. And these chakras that we see, these are the energy centers, the crossing points of various channels, thousands of channels inside our body, physically also, they manifest as plexuses. So these chakras and nadis, 7 chakras and 3 nadis are the main ones. There are more, but these govern our complete being from emotional self, mental self, physical being, spiritual being. Everything is governed by these chakras and nadis. And after all of this creation, the energy that comes down and settles almost at the end of our spine, there's a triangular bone called as sacrum bone. It comes and settles down and it makes 3.5 coils. Very interestingly, it is called as sacrum, means something sacred, something pure, something of higher nature. Probably the Greeks or whoever named it Latin in Latin, they knew something is sacred about this. They call it sacrum. When it comes and settles down in coils, coils in Sanskrit is kundal. And this being our mother energy, she is our individual mother. She is with us in all of our lives and knows everything about us. And her only goal is to give us our second birth, self realization. She is called as Kundalini. Now, the word second birth is very interesting because in Sanskrit, a bird is called as Dvijaha, means twice born, and a realized person who's connected with the divine, is also called as Dvijaha. Because a bird first is born as an egg. It sees the world only as the eggshell all around, but then breaks through, and then it sees for the world what it truly is. Similarly, we are born as human beings. We see the world as three dimensions. We know maybe somewhere in our hearts that yes, there is God because we've been told and we see some things happen in life. All of that is there, but we have not really seen, felt Him all around. And we are told every atom has God inside. Every atom and molecule can be Bhagwan, but we've never really felt. So when this Kundalini is awakened from this place, it pierces through these chakras and finally breaks through the Brahmarandra. So the frontal bone is also called as Brahmarandra, the hole to meet the Brahma, means the divine. When it pierces through this area, it connects us with the all-pervading power of God. It is the same as that breaking of that shell when we truly get connected with the divine and we know for the first time for sure that there is divine all around. And how do we feel that? The divine is described as Param Chaitanya, that is all pervading, all powerful, all knowing. That Param Chaitanya starts flowing through us. And we feel that in our palms in meditation as cool breeze. It is described very beautifully by Adi Shankaracharya, the first Shankaracharya that happened, who established the Char Dham and everything. He wrote a book called Saundarya. He wrote many intellectual books. But after that, he wrote Saundarya, means beautiful vibrations. He says in the book that when Mother's grace dawns upon us, we feel Salilam Salilam Chaitan, means cool, cool vibrations. In Bible, it is said that when the Holy Ghost will come, you'll feel the cool breeze. Of course, they're not aware what is Holy Ghost and all. And then in Quran, it is said, very interestingly, that when Qiyamah's time will come, resurrection time will come, your hands will speak and will give witness against you. How does that happen? So we talked about the cool breeze. We also may get hot, right? Because first cleaning needs to happen. That happens with the Kundalini awakening. And we may get some fingers burning because these five fingers, six and seven, these are the seven spots of these seven chakras on left and right side. And we may get little burning or itching sensation like hand crawling and things like that on particular fingers because that particular chakra is being worked upon. Right? So we know for the first time what is wrong with me, which chakra is catching. This means what? All of that decoding is available in Sage Yoga. And many reasons for a chakra to be caught up. It could be emotional, mental, physical, even familial, and many, many reasons that a chakra is caught up. Once you know this knowledge comes to you in meditation. You can cure those chakras yourself because now you have the power to do it. You have the vibrations flowing through your hands with which you can do all of this cleansing also. With these vibrations, you can know what is right, what is wrong, whether I should do this activity or not, whether I should go there or not, whether a person standing in front of me is divine or not. Today, anybody can come and dress up and say that I am Krishna. How would you know? And even if Krishna comes in front of us and stands, we will not know because we don't have the eyes. But if it is a divine person standing in front of us, we'll feel cool breeze, beautiful cool breeze coming to our hands. And if it is not, we may get hot and blisters and very itching sensations, unpleasant sensations in our hands. So that is how a great knowledge comes to us. We can know about anybody sitting anywhere in the world. And through this, we can give realization to others as well, make others same. It just becomes something that you practice every day, meditate in the morning and in the evening, and you get these vibrations, you cleanse yourself, you put yourself better. It is all practical. You experience it yourself. There's no certificate to be given in Sahaja, no course to be done. is something that will happen today, and then you have to practice yourself and make it a part of your life to learn more and more. Everything, all this knowledge is freely available by Shree Mataji, Nirmala Devi, who started Sahaja in 1970. She has given thousands of lectures in Hindi, English, and Marathi in India and abroad. In many countries today, Sahaja is practiced without any charge, completely free of cost. It is just about grasping it and making the most out of it for us. Um, so there's too much to talk about in Sahaja. And the most important thing is going for the meditation session. That is what we'll do now. And this will not take long. It's a 5-10 minutes process. And there's a process to help us out before we get into meditation. Just help some of our chakras and balance ourselves a bit before we can get into it. So we'll just see those steps in the process first with our eyes open. And you can also do the steps with our eyes open first. Post that, we'll do the same things with our eyes closed in meditation. So if you're sitting down the ground, you can sit cross-legged and open your palms in your lap as it is shown here. We'll sit straight, not very straight. We'll take out anything tight on our body and take out caps, spectacles, maybe loosen the belts, anything you have on your wrist, or just take it out because you do not want to feel uh, that thing in meditation. If you're sitting on a sofa or chair, you can put both of your feet apart on the ground. That is important. And again, the same things that we talked about, keeping both the palms open in a lap as it is shown. We'll do some steps to balance our channels. We saw we have 3 main channels, and we use the 5 elements to help ourselves because we are made out of the 5 elements. We have many methods in Saj Yoga. You can learn more about them later on. But right now, we put the right hand on the Mother Earth and keep the left hand open in our lap. You can do the steps right now as well. Right hand on the Mother Earth, left hand open in our lap. We'll have some prayers and meditation as well. Now we bring the right hand back into our lap, put the left hand bent from the elbow towards the sky. Right hand in our lap, left hand bent from the elbow towards the sky. Next, we'll put both the hands on the Mother Earth. So these are all the balancing steps. Now, we'll keep the left hand open as it is in our lap and do the next steps only with the right hand. Left hand open in our lap and right hand on our heart. We'll of course have some prayers in all of these steps. After this, we bring the right hand to our forehead and press it across like we would in a headache and bend our head forward a little. Next, we'll place this hand at the top of our head and press the center of the palm, pull back the fingers, place the center of the palm and press it. While pressing it, we'll move it in a clockwise direction and bend our head forward again. We are moving the hand while pressing in a clockwise direction and bend our head forward a little. After this, we'll see the cool breeze coming out of our head too and touching our palm. And we'll do this with both of our hands. See the vibrations. The last step will put both the hands completely up towards the sky and push back our head, palms open towards the sky. These are all the steps to be done. As you can see, there aren't that many steps. It's not a long process. It just takes 5 to 10 minutes. But the question arises that how can something so miraculous happen to us so easily? And is this enough to do all of these steps and this process? So the answer is this is not enough. To gain realization can only happen with the grace of somebody who's a realized soul. And Shree Mataji Nirmala Devi is here to give it to us. Her photograph is very special and it emanates those Chaitanya vibrations that makes this great happening possible inside us. We'll leave aside all our doubts and queries that might be there right now and sit with an open mind and complete respect because we are asking for something really, really great. We'll look at Shrimataji's photograph, open both of our palms in our laps, and sit straight, cross legged if you're sitting down on the ground. If you are on a sofa or a chair, put both the feet apart on the ground. Look at Shrimataji's photograph. The only thought in our mind that I want to get my self realization. That is all, nothing else. Slowly, we can close our eyes and bring our attention inside. Just see what is happening here right now. Are we peaceful? Are there thoughts? Just watch it. Now we'll do the steps that we had just seen. Place the right hand on the Mother Earth. Keep the left hand open in our lap. Right hand on the Mother Earth, left hand open in our lap. Here we have to pray, Mother, please take out all the impurities of my left channel through the Mother Earth. Mother, please take out all the imbalances and impurities of my left channel through the Mother Earth. We bring our attention to both of our palms, see what is happening there right now. Mother, please take out all the impurities and imbalances of my left channel through the Mother Earth. Bring the right hand back into her lap. Place the left hand bent from the elbow towards the sky. Right hand in her lap. Left hand bent from the elbow towards the sky. Here we have to pray. Mother, please take out all the impurities of my right channel through the ether element. Mother, please take out all the impurities and imbalances of my right channel through the ether element. We'll bring our attention to our palms too and just see what is happening there right now. Mother, please take out all the impurities and imbalances of my right channel through the ether element. Now I'll place both the hands on the Mother Earth. Here we have to pray, Mother, whatever imbalances are still left in my left and right channels, please take them out through the Mother Earth. Mother, whatever imbalances are still left in my left and right channels, please take them out through the Mother Earth. Mother, please bring me into complete balance, to the center, into the present. Mother, please bring me into complete balance, to the center, into the present. Bring the hands back into a lap now. And in the next steps, we'll keep the left hand open as it is in our lap and do the steps with the right hand only. We'll place the right hand on our heart. Here we'll press it a little bit. This is the place of the spirit inside all of us, the Atma. The Atma, which is the reflection of Paramatma inside us and is ever witness to everything that we do. We have to say a great truth here. I am the pure spirit. Mother, I am nothing else but the pure spirit, which is the truth. Because whatever else we think of ourselves, this body, mind, thoughts, desires, all of this is momentary, fleeting. The only eternal thing is the spirit inside us. So we say it with full confidence that Mother, I am the pure spirit. Mother, I am nothing else but the pure spirit. Now, as I am the pure spirit, I am not guilty of anything. I have done no wrong at all. But to leave aside all of this guilt, it's very important. Because if you don't leave the guilt, we don't feel the Chaitanya in our hands. So we say it with full confidence that Mother, I am not guilty at all. I've done no wrong. God Almighty is the ocean of love and forgiveness, and everything that we think we may have done, He can absorb it and forgive. So we say with full confidence that Mother, I am not guilty at all. Now we raise this right hand to our forehead and press it like we would in a headache. Keep the left hand open, right hand on our forehead, pressing from both the sides. We bend our head forward. Here we have to forgive everyone without thinking of anything in particular, anyone in particular. We just forgive. We say, Mother, I forgive everyone. Mother, I forgive everyone. I forgive myself too. Mother, I forgive everyone. I forgive myself too. O God Almighty, if knowingly or unknowingly I have committed any mistakes against you, please forgive me. O God Almighty, if knowingly or unknowingly I have committed any mistakes against you, please forgive me. You can bring the right hand back into our lap to rest it a little bit. Now, once again, we raise the right hand and place it at the top of our head on the fontanelle bone area. We place the center of the palm and press it. While pressing, we'll push back our fingers and bend our head forward. Now, while pressing the palm, we move it in a clockwise direction so that our scalp also moves along with it. We'll move the hand in a clockwise direction so that the scalp moves along. We'll keep doing this slowly for a while till we do. Here we must ask for our self-realization. Without us asking for it, Shree Mataji cannot give it to us. It is our freedom to choose for this higher self. So we must pray complete humility and respect. Mother, please give me my self-realization. Mother, may I please have my self-realization. Mother, please give me my Atma Sakshatkar. Mother, please give me my yoga, the union with the divine. Mother, may I please have my self-realization. Mother, please give me my self-realization. Mother, may I please have my self-realization. We'll stop moving the hand and bring it back into our lap. Keep our attention where our hand was right now. And for a few seconds now, We will sit in meditation. We'll raise our hands a little bit up from our lap, up to our heart's level, and keep them open, like we're asking for something. And push back our fingers. Bring the attention to the center of the palms. See if there's a cool breeze coming out. One hand or both hands. Could also be hot. Just watch it. Now we bring our attention to our fingertips. See if one or the other finger has a burning or itching sensation in one hand or both the hands. These are our chakras being worked upon. It can be like an ant crawling or itching or burning sort of sensation. These are our chakras being worked upon. We just have to watch it. Now, once again, we bring the right hand at the top of our head and raise it a few inches above our head. Bend our head forward again and move our hand back and forth a few inches above the fontanel bone area. See, from a particular place, we'll feel a cool breeze coming out and touching our palm. Bring the hand back into our lap. See the same thing with the left hand. The left palm just a few inches above the fontanel bone area. Move it back and forth. See cool breeze coming out and touching your palm. Can be a very minute and subtle feeling right now. Look at it closely. Now, in the last step, we'll put both the hands completely up towards the sky, elbow straight, palms open towards the sky, and push back our head. We'll ask one of these three questions three times. Oh God, is this Param Chaitan, Brahma Chaitan? Is this the divine energy, cosmic energy? Is this the power of love of God that does everything? Any question three times. Bring the hands back into our lap. We sit straight with our hands open in the lap. Keep our attention at the top of our head. And once again, sit in meditation for a few seconds. We enjoy the thoughtless awareness that we have achieved. We can slowly open our eyes and look at Shree Mataji's photograph. You can see that even with our eyes open, we are in thoughtless awareness. This is the first boon that we get after our self-realization. We'll bring both our hands together in a namaskar and thank Shree Mataji and our Kundalini Mother inside for this blissful experience. For those of us who have recently joined, I would request you to continue attending the sessions for a while because sometimes we can't fathom and understand properly what all is being talked about. And a few sessions help us gain that understanding. Also, it is very important after getting this to meditate daily at home, just 5 to 10 minutes in the morning and in the evening. How to do that, what all to do, you can learn by videos being shared on the YouTube channel and the WhatsApp group. You can join the WhatsApp group by clicking on the link given in the YouTube chat. Also, it's very important to go to Sahaja Yoga centers nearby. There are centers all across the country and the world, in fact. And you can find out the nearest center by clicking on the link given in the YouTube chat and attend the sessions centers there. These are all free of cost. Sahaja Yoga is completely free of cost everywhere. It's just for your benefit. You can go and learn more by people who have been practicing far longer and dive deep into Sahaja Yoga. Apart from this, there is a link given for Shree Mataji's lectures, which you can watch and learn more and more. Just to reiterate, we have 3 sessions every day, one in the morning at 8 a.m., one in the afternoon at 4:15, and one in the evening at 7:45 p.m. for new seekers to learn about Sahaja Yoga. All these sessions are in Hindi. Only on Sunday morning, we have one session in English. Apart from this, we have one daily session at 5:30 p.m. for seekers who have now understood the basics and want to go deeper into meditation. You can attend any of these sessions as per your convenience. As there are no questions today, we can end the session here. Requesting all of you to continue meditating and attending the sessions, going to centers nearby, and make the most of this great opportunity given to us. Thank you everyone for attending. Thank you, Shree Mataji. Jai Shree Mataji.